Hi, everyone, and welcome to our Solution Showcase. I'm Anna, Operations and Customer Success Manager at Aero NextGen. For those who might be new to Aero NextGen, we are a vendor-neutral platform that connects aviation organizations with leading technology providers, making it easier to discover, compare, and adopt innovative solutions across the aviation ecosystem. Today, we are taking a closer look at Erp.aero, a cloud-based aviation-specific ERP platform with integrated CRM capabilities designed for aerospace suppliers, manufacturers, and repair organizations. Joining us today is Ralph Merhi, CEO of Erp.aero, who will walk us through the platform and show us how it supports aviation's business in managing their daily operations. Hi, Ralph. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Anna. Thank you for having me on. And that was super nice to say. I don't know if I can say it better than you just did, but I'm excited to be here.
That's awesome. So to get started, could you please introduce yourself and a little bit about ERP.aero?
Absolutely. My name is Ralph Merhi. I am the CEO of Erp.aero. I have been around and in aviation, aerospace, and defense since 2007. I came on board Erp.aero 2 years ago, 2 days ago, I think. So that was the 2 year anniversary. I like the people here and I really fell for the product for a lot of reasons. My prior experience, things that I know, things that it can do. So I wanted to be a part of it. And you hit the nail on the head. We are an aviation specific ERP for brokers, suppliers, distributors, repair organizations, and everybody in between. And very, very excited about what's happening.
Thank you. So let's dive in. Feel free to start sharing your screen.
Absolutely. Two things I want to mention here real quick before we go in. Of course, Erp.aero is 100% cloud-based and Erp.aero is a single tenant deployment. I always tell that to everybody. So it's important that all of our customers have their data on servers of their own. So that's super, super important. We also have two-factor authentication that we can turn on as well as CAPTCHA. So what I'd like to do, Anna, is I want to show you around for a couple of minutes, and then there's a couple of modules that I'm extremely excited about that I'd like to get into detail, if that's okay.
Yes, of course. Let's
Perfect.
see.
So the first thing that pops up on the screen is a whole bunch of dashboards. We happen to call them widgets, but there's a lot of them, and our customers can add or remove them, or they can build on top of them. They're designed to get your day started. These are not Tableau, these are not Power BI, these are dashboards that can be as specific as the user wants them to be. Number two, Erp.aero now contains over 70 modules. And I know that sounds like a lot. Most of our customers probably use a half a dozen to 8 or 9 per day. But we do allow our customers to put in a lot of information. And as such, we give them the ability to control that information. So the access is always built in. A couple of things I wanted to point out at the beginning, and then I'd like to dive in. Number one, our customers are able to manage their capabilities, I think, in a rather unique way. So instead of throwing everything on board a file and calling it capabilities, our customers can manage their parts, our customers can manage their inventory, and our customers can manage their consignments and catalogs separately. So imagine a stocking distributor versus a distributor that has the ability to resell for 10, 20, 30 different OEMs. That product management is typically very complicated. What we allow that distributor to do is manage each relationship individually, but their capabilities are full on. So everybody understands what they're doing. Number two, we have a fully functioning built-in CRM, which actually functions as the brains of Erp.aero. Using it is rather simple. You can sort, you can delete, you can manage the full relationship with the customer or the vendor. It gives our users the ability to manage a lot of things, including whether or not the company is approved. A lot of statistics are built on top of that. But the part that I'm really, really excited about today, and of course, I'll do this for anybody, but the part that I'm really excited about today is our RFQs and our AI that we've recently sort of improved and placed on top of Erp.aero, right? So the first most important thing that I want to talk about is Erp.aero gives our customers the ability to bring in all of their RFQs into a single interface. So there's no middleware involved. There's no need for another service, which means whether it's any of the marketplaces like PartsBase, like ILS, Locator, Aero Exchange, all of those come into Erp.aero. Any email RFQs come into Erp.aero. And the AI that I want to talk about is also smart enough to know which of the emails are vendor quotations. So it'll take your vendor pricing, it'll read the attachments, the trace documents, the Excel spreadsheets that contain more information and parse out that data right away. And it's also important to note that even with the marketplaces, our connection to them can also be API two-way. So it's not just about reading emails, it's about getting the information that the customer wants right away, right where they want it to be. But the part that I'm super excited about, let's just take a random RFQ and let's just say you are the user. Whether you've been with this company for 5 years, 5 days, or 20 years, chances are over time, your company has built up a lot of knowledge. And that knowledge is usually passed on to the people via SOPs, via lunch and learn, via conversations or training. So what we decided to do was take the existing architecture and all of the data that our customers are actually able to have and provide them with a centralized place where they can make the right decision. So the first thing that I'll show you is every imaginable way that the customer can actually quote this RFQ exists on this page. The second thing I wanted to point out is at will, the customer can also activate the onboard AI, which is going to look at all of the information for that customer only. It's a closed loop system that actually allows the customer to be able to make information, to be able to process information without having to go to another service, without having to go to another page. And what they get right out of the gate is the ability to, number one, re-examine the line that the customer is looking for. The AI is going to give them critical actions, critical items. It's going to provide risk mitigation, and it's going to provide a final verdict. And it's going to be different because it's trained for each customer, because it's trained on the information for that one customer. But that's not really that's only the half of it. The other part of it is that these users that we're talking about can actually, for example, can further ask questions. So in the time that it would take them to go to a history page, in the time that it would take them to ask somebody else, what they've done is they were able to uncover information that has been, in my opinion, behind closed doors for a very long time. So what this will do is help the company ramp up their employees faster. What this will ultimately do is help our customers to get their bottom 80% to behave like their top 20%. And ultimately, that's what it's about. So the way that we brought in technology into Erp.aero is to build on top of what I believe to be solid architecture. And the reason why that is because AI, the way that we deployed it, is not intended to fix what the workflow can't do. It's intended to make the data talk to itself so that you and your people can make better decisions. So my second question was, what are the probabilities of success? And now it's telling me, based on this customer, based on their history, based on my product, and based on how I get that product, here are the probabilities of success, good, bad, and ugly, and some of the things that I need to do. But to sort of give you a third point, and I think everybody can get the point, is that company is able to train, good or bad, their AI. So number one, it's trained on the procedures of that company. Number two, it only consumes the resources for that company. And number three, it gives all of that information back to the customer. And that's something that we're extremely excited about. We've recently upgraded this interface and some of the data underneath, and I think the future looks very, very bright. So I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you about it.
Oh, thank you so much. This is really interesting and maybe a game changer for the ERP, right?
Absolutely. Listen, I love my company. I love what I do. I love this industry. And I think the more that we continue to make progress towards finding better solutions and the right solutions, everybody wins. And as I said, I know I'm being repetitive. Thank you for the opportunity to talk to you about it. And I'm excited to show each and every person that wants to see this what is actually available out there.
That's great. Ralph, again, thank you so much for walking us through the Erp.aero and showing us how the platform supports aerospace companies in managing their operations. And thank you everyone for watching. To learn more about Erp.aero or discover other aviation solutions, visit Aero NextGen. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Anna.